We're taking another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on four-star offensive tackle Fletcher Westphal, who signed with the Florida Gators. We're going to look at the highlights. We're going to look at a 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button because we're covering the 2024 recruiting class every single day this offseason, player by player. And you need to know what these players are doing and what they look like for when they start making plays for your team. But Fletcher Westphal's 24/7 Sports player profile page is here. If you're just here for the highlights, just fast forward a couple minutes. You'll get there, but he's a 4-star recruit in both sets of rankings, the rankings and the composite, ranked as the 12th best offensive tackle in the class, 18th best in the composite, 6'8". We got some height there. We got some length, 335 pounds. Maybe a little thicker by now because that's an older listing. We're already enrolled with Florida coming down here, and we got a lot of offers, 39 of them. And he's ranked 128th overall. Might be slept on a little bit in the rankings. I don't know why, but the market's saying, hey, we want him. The college football programs are saying, hey, we need this guy on our team now. We want him. We're going to send him an offer because we want him because we think he's good at football. 39 programs, probably some more programs wanted to as well. 39 offers, that's top tier. 40 or more, that's elite. 39, that's a big time number. And the fact that he's ranked this low is kind of concerning, kind of weird when it comes to the recruiting service. 39 offers is pretty big. Also, 39 offers, when you think about 5-star recruits, usually those are the guys pushing the 40s. Sometimes you'll see some of these 4-stars down the rankings getting this, but it shouldn't be. But look at the schools here sending offers, not just jabroni schools. We got Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, Clemson, Auburn. Top-tier Power 5 programs, plus some more. Played in the All-American Bowl, projected to be a Day 3 pick. Big frame yet lean player who significantly increased his ability to bend and overwhelm high school defenders because of his size, length, and athleticism. He said a lot there. We have a good size-adjusted athlete. He's verified size here with an 81-inch wingspan. That's what they said just there. That means he moves well out of his stance. That means he moves laterally well. He gets downfield. This is a guy who weighs well over 300 pounds, 6'8" in height, and they're also saying he's got good athleticism. We got upside here. Has traits that colleges love for effective tackles. Saw live on multiple occasions, and attitude and desire to compete stand out. He's mauling dudes. We're going to have a fun highlight tape to watch here. He's going to be destroying defenders. That's exciting. That's very exciting to see. He's locked in with Florida on the timeline. Of course, he's signed there. 4-star prospect over here at On3. 4-star down the line. On3's got him ranked 23rd in the class. ESPN 18, Rivals 41. We're all over the place. That being said, maybe during the All-Star games, they saw something. We're going to take a look at the highlights. The one thing I want to point out, I had to put his highlight tape together. He has highlights of different games, but not a long-running form of highlight. So we got a little bit from his senior season, a little bit from his junior year, but I did put this together for him. 5 minutes and 36 seconds of highlights. So let's watch him play here. Getting in on those pads, pushing his guy down. We're seeing some height. Narrow frame. Looks like he can add some size. Bullies the defender there out of the play. This is all from the same game. I think we're seeing like just eats that guy for lunch. Here's the next play. Out of the stance. That's what you should be seeing. That's what you should be seeing from him. It should be really hard to evaluate him because he should be just killing the guy in front of him. That's what you should be seeing out of him, and that's what we're getting. Just him mauling. I know it sounds simple, but really if you think about it, 6'8", 300 pounds, shouldn't be having any trouble to do that. Just shouldn't. It should be just easy, play after play of that. Now you got to look at the athleticism, how quick he's getting out of his stance. Look at his frame. But it should be a hard eval in the highlights because it should be him just hot knife through butter through these defenders. Getting off the stance pretty good. Eats them. maybe in 1v1s in all-star games or in camps, maybe that he showed something they didn't like. We're seeing on tape here, we're seeing upside. We're seeing good blocking. We're seeing him move bodies. He's a good body mover. Very good at it. Getting under the pads. Good bend for his size. Look at that running back. He's got some burst to him. Moving pretty quick. There he is. He should eat this guy up. Finish him. He's finishing, dudes. He's finishing, dudes. He's looking solid. Under the pads. Rides him out. Throws him. Look at his build there. You can add to that even. We're talking about alignment here. That's going to be at 350 easy. 360, 370, 380. Something like that. He's going to be a 350-ish easy. He's going to be a big guy. He's 6'8", and he can add into that frame. I might have went overzealous on the top end there. 350 easy, though. 350 easy with good movement. Depending on where he was at weight-wise during some of these highlights, I don't know if that's cause of the drop in rankings here. But if you're looking at upside, this is a player that's getting bigger, who's strong, who's going to be in that weight room. I see the upside. I see a good ball clay here that Florida's going to mold. He's a mauler. He's mauling dudes. They're not pulling him or anything. It's just straight up. You versus me, and I'm always going to win. I'm Goliath, and I will eat David here. That's it. That's it. Okay. I didn't like what I saw there, though. I didn't really like that. He had to go back. He had to back on that, but let's see here. I mean, he made the play. He's a good people mover. And some of this is junior tape. I think the back end of this is his junior. I try to start things off with his senior tape. Don't ever have to do this. It's getting down there, pushing guys into the second level. We do need to tap into the upside, though. We do need to grow into this frame. That's one thing. We're not there yet, but we do need to grow into this frame, which is obvious, and a lot of players do that like naturally, considering you're going from a kid to a man. That's what we're grading these players as. Kids going into men, and you got to look at the upside from there. He's mauling. This is some fun tape. He's going to bring this guy to the ground. Whoops. That was like a slow fall. Let's see here. He's got size and length. Going to do wonders. Hold and contain, peeling off. I think I've seen enough of this guy. I got an evaluation on him. I can see why he could trip up recruiting sites. I look at the upside, though, because look at the length on him, and I can tell he can fill out that frame. He can add a good bit of muscle there. You get in that college weight room, that strength program. You go from a big Bambi player to like a moose out there, and you're just going to be pushing bodies around. He's aggressive. He's assertive. He gets out of his stance quick. He's good with his hands. He's getting under that chest plate a good bit, firing out. He's dominant on the offensive line. Offensive side of the ball is where he's best at. I think of some of these plays, if I really want to nitpick, I think you could finish faster on some of these guys. I think you got the size on you to do so. But I want him on the offensive side of the ball. I want him an offensive tackle. I want him developing there. That's definitely for sure. I think we do have some upside here. The upside is grand due to his frame because he's 6'8". You've seen the length there, and you can see where he can add the mass, where he can get bigger, thicker, and stronger. He's got some quicks out of his stance, which is good. For his height, he can get under that chest plate good. He moves bodies well. I think with that upside, with building in the weight room, in the strength and conditioning program there at Florida, I think he could tap that upside and be a solid player. The recruiting services are weird with the rankings, and that makes sense. That makes sense because if you look at him on tape and you're looking at the now versus what could be, then if you just want more now, then I can kind of understand that. But I like to look at the upside, how a player can grow into their athletic body in the future and whether they can do that. The odds are pretty good that he's going to do that. The odds are very good. He's got to be very lazy to not do that. I'm going to say that. He's got to be very lazy to not grow into that build because he's got a lot of length to pack muscle on, and he's got a lot of size. He's already very strong. He can get a lot stronger in the weight room there at Florida. I see a lot of upside there. He gets out of the stance pretty good. I think he can get out of the stance a lot quicker once he builds more, once he gets a little older, builds into his man body. I really think we got some upside here. I think Florida got a good one here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.